Hi, this is Miss Andrea. I work for the Children's Museum of Houston Science Workshop Program, and I'm here courtesy of the Harris County Department of Education, Case for Kids, City Connections, which is funded by the City of Houston. And I'm bringing you a project today that is my very last Mother's Day gift idea. And this one, again, I tried to use minimum supplies, toilet paper roll, some foil, glue, you'll need some scissors. And then I branched out a little bit and used different things, including yarn, including, my red tissue paper, including the lids from my ice cream, and including the little sticks. And so, first I'll talk about the little card itself. So all I did was I took 2 toilet paper rolls and I cut them and glued them together on the ends. Now some of the stuff I did use hot glue only because I was trying to get all these out to you guys, but Elmer's glue will work the same for all of these. Remember, if you're doing something like this and you're using Elmer's glue, use your little clips to keep the 2 pieces together, like your little clamps. And if not, you can just press it down and put something heavy on it and let it dry. So one thing I didn't like that I didn't have time to develop is the edges. I would probably take some more toilet paper rolls and make some edges for it, but it also works like this just fine. So I didn't glue anything to the top of it because I did a bunch of different designs and I wanted to show you different possibilities. So we'll start with the first ones that are just toilet paper rolls. So what I did was I took a toilet paper roll and I flattened it out, and then I cut that piece off. Now this you can use for all kinds of stuff. So what I did with this one is I took a little glue and I stuck it there in the middle so that you end up with something like this. And then when it's dry, you can make it come out like that. So it ends up like this. And now this you can take and make butterflies like that, real simple butterflies. You can take and put them together. So this is this, repeat it, glue to the side, glue these first and then glue them to each other. You can end up with a really nice flower. I like this. Another rustic design. I think it's beautiful the way that it is. You can do some really simple butterflies. You can do several of them. You can put one here, put another one there. I got kind of fancy after I did the first one. I was like, I wonder if I could make that bigger. So what I did was I took my little thing that I told you before. I cut that one piece and then I glued it to the small one, and then I just made another design here. That's what this is. It looks kind of fancy, but it's really very easy. You can do that and make the butterfly bigger. And then I thought, what else could I do? So what I did was I created a little spot in the middle, and I did that just by putting the toilet paper roll piece together to create a mid part where the butterfly would have it like that. And you can stop there, or you can do what I did, which was I took toilet paper roll and I put foil on top of it. If you use the foil, don't use the just shiny by itself. I crumbled it up and then I straightened it out so that it would have more texture to it. I mean, you can use the shiny part if you like it, but I think it's nicer. It catches more light if you do this. And then I just put Elmer's glue, and then I put this on there and I pressed it, and I left it. And then afterwards I found my edges and I cut it. So then that's what I did here, and then I just glued it to the back of it. So to reinforce this, I did glue a little bit of like a little tab. See the tab on the bottom and the top? Because it's hard to glue a small spot like that. So you can do the same thing, and then I just put a little foil piece on the top. So I think this one comes out really cute too. Here's this one. See that? I like it. Again, real simple, very few supplies on it. So there's several ideas there. And then I thought, I like the foil, so then I went in and covered a cardboard piece, the toilet paper roll piece, and I put foil on top of it. And then I cut out this heart and put it on there, and I thought, oh, I like that. And then I thought, I wonder if I could take it further. So then I put another heart full of foil, and I put it there, and then I went and put another piece of, so you can stop wherever you want. I just tend to go overboard. I like it. I think it's cool. So that one's a really simple design. Again, just toilet paper roll and glue and foil. Then I started to branch out. I thought, okay, that's good enough. Remember the metal embossing? So you can also put your metal embossing on here. I got real smart. Last time I put all that glue and I tried to put the metal to the cardboard. This time I put cardboard strips and just glued those pieces on using your little clips. And now you can put glue on here and you can put it on this cardboard, and it's a lot easier. You can also put like little strips of cloth, of ribbon. So that's another idea. And then I thought, what else could I use? So then I used the white toilet paper roll and made this background. And then I just created a little, this little part out of cardboard and put my, I have to use my tissue paper. So I used my tissue paper, and then you can see I just rolled up, cut little strips of the cardboard, and you can make them tighter than that. I was kind of running out of time at this point, so I just made them like that. So you can do like a little bouquet. And then I thought, what about yarn? If you have yarn at your house, you can make a little, all you do is just twist these. Now, I would say if you do the yarn, tie a knot on each end. Tie knots on each end. It'll help you to be able to make the little circular things. So you just put lots of Elmer's glue. You make the little circle and you put it on there and let it dry. You could also do this in the shape of a heart. I like the little bouquet. Very nice. And then I just put a little strip of aluminum foil on there. And I went and got my ice cream. I branched out. This pink is coming from a sherbet because I like the color, so I bought sherbet just for the color. And then I did the same thing where I just did a layering. I did a little box, and then I did different hearts of different materials and put them on there like that. Then I get really creative, and I said, I really like on the flowers that I did, the rustic flowers, I like the wood. So then I went through and I cut, using my clippers, I went and cut some of the wood pieces and I glued them to a piece of wood. And then I just used my scissors and cut it so you can't see the cardboard. Then that gets glued on. And then I used my container that was like a cup from a fast food place, that little plastic, and I cut these little flowers out of them. And I thought, I could put those in different shapes, like in different places. So you can do something like that, and Happy Mother's Day, or however you want to put them on there. But I like that too. I thought that was pretty cool. And again, minimum supplies, very rustic. So those are some ideas. If you want to make this fancier, you can do all kinds of things like add ribbon to it, add yarn to it, make a little border for it. You can also, instead of gluing it, I didn't have time to try this, but I know it would work. If you have thread at home, then you can sew it together, and it will look really pretty and have a nice border. In fact, you could sew all the way around here and create a super nice border, and you could even sew a little rose on there. I mean, it's a lot of work, but hey, your mom's worth it, right? Your mom's worth it. Make her something nice. Put the little effort into it. Trust me, she'll know. She'll know you put a lot of work into it. So it doesn't matter what you make her. It doesn't matter how it looks. You might say like, Miss Andrea, I can make a better one than that. Well, I hope so. I hope so. A good teacher always wants her students to do better than she does. A good teacher will always want you to do better. So go at it. Make something nice. I sure would like to see some pictures of this stuff. I hope that these Mother's Day gift ideas help you. And I really hope that you do something for your mother for Mother's Day, because really we need to appreciate the people in our life, and especially those that are closest to us, that really care for us, that we start to take for granted. Because think about if your mom wasn't here, and that's how you need to treat her gift, like if she wasn't here, what would you do? So make her something nice. Have a good Mother's Day.